Hey guys, it's Alia and welcome back to my channel. And in today's video I'm sharing with you guys how to make cinnamon rolls. These are soft, fluffy and amazing, and the filling inside them is delicious and you're gonna love these. So if you already haven't, and if you want more great videos like this, then make sure to subscribe to my channel and hit that post notification bell so that way you'll be notified every time I post a new video. So yeah, let's get into it. We're gonna start by blooming our yeast, and for that you're gonna need 1 cup of warm milk. And by warm I just mean when you put your finger into the milk, it shouldn't feel like anything. It can be a little bit warmer than that, but that's basically what we're going for. And then you're going to add in a 1/4 cup of sugar and 3 tablespoons of melted butter, and you're going to mix it until the sugar dissolves. And then to that you're going to add in 1¼ teaspoon of active dry yeast and stir it a little bit. And now you're going to cover this and let it rest for 10 to 15 minutes. As you can see, it's all nice and puffy right now. And then to that you're going to add in 2 cups of all-purpose flour, 1 teaspoon of salt and 1/2 teaspoon of baking powder, and you're going to mix it with a spoon or a spatula. It's going to be a thick batter, and it doesn't matter if it's a little lumpy, it just needs to be brought together. As you can see, it's a nice thick batter, and then you're going to cover it and let it rest for 1.5 hours or until it's doubled in size. Now we're going to work on the filling. So for that you're going to need 1/3 cup of softened butter and 6 tablespoons of light brown sugar and 1 tablespoon of ground cinnamon, and you're going to mix it together and make sure that your butter is softened, otherwise if it's hard it's going to be really hard to mix. And this is how it's supposed to look like. Now we're gonna start by kneading the dough, and as you can see it's been an hour and our dough is nice and risen, it's nice and puffy. And to that you're going to add in 1/2 cup of flour and you're going to mix it in the bowl. Transfer this dough to a lightly flat surface and knead it for 10 to 15 minutes. And if it gets a little sticky, then you can add more flour to it, but make sure that this bread dough has to be a little sticky, so don't add too much flour. Okay, just add it as you need. You'll know when the dough is ready when you push your finger into the dough and it bounces right back. And now you can start by rolling it, so just transfer it to a lightly flat surface and sprinkle some more on top and roll it into a large rectangle, and it should be about 1/2 inch thick. You want to use a food scraper or like a spatula or anything like that and push it together to make sure that the corners are sharp and even. And now when you've rolled out your rectangle, you're going to take your filling and put little sections of it, and you're going to spread it around. Make sure you spread a nice even layer, so take your time and spread it nice and evenly. It is actually really satisfying. You want to start rolling, so take an edge of the dough and pinch the dough and work your way up. Make sure you have a nice tight roll, so take your time here and make it nice and even. You can even spread your hands and keep pulling it. And if there's any particular fat part of the dough, you can spread your hands and kind of even it out a bit. Now you want to start slicing, so you can also do this with a knife, but I realized that with a knife, when you cut it, it actually smushes the roll. So if you use a thread and you go under the rolls and you cut it off, that way you'll get a nice even and a pretty slice. It won't be smushed or anything. I've put these rolls into a greased pan, and if there are any left, you can put it in an airtight container and you can freeze it and use it within a few weeks. We'll put the info about that in the description box, so make sure you check it out along with the measurements. Now you want to let this rise in a warm place for 35 to 40 minutes and make sure you do not skimp on this because otherwise you'll not end up with fluffy, soft rolls. You want to bake these rolls in a preheated oven at 180 degrees Celsius for 25 to 30 minutes or until they're golden brown like this. Now once that's done, you want to let them cool while we make our frosting. For the frosting, you're going to need 1 tablespoon of melted butter and 3 tablespoons of softened cream cheese. Then using a whisk, mix this together and make sure that your cream cheese is at room temperature, otherwise it's going to be hard to mix. Once it's nicely mixed, add in 2 tablespoons of milk and again make sure that it's not cold, otherwise it'll get clumpy. Now add in half a cup of powdered sugar and mix again, and you can also add in vanilla extract or any other kind of flavoring of your choice. It should look like this. Now we're going to spoon our frosting onto our freshly baked cinnamon rolls, and you want to spoon them on when it's like warm because that's when they're the best and the frosting is going to melt in the rolls. So yeah. They're done and you can finally eat these. These look and smell amazing. Like if you could smell this, you would go make this right now. And this is so soft and fluffy. Like look at the icing on those rolls. It's amazing. And look at all those layers. It's perfection and it's so fluffy. I always call for the middle piece because it's the best. So that was the end of the video. I really hope you enjoyed. Then if you did, then don't forget to like, share and subscribe. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye!